This is how I make my Manchester farm quails. I bake them in the oven. And this is the only brand that I use because all of the other quails that I have brought and tried, they just do not taste the same. These are pre-seasoned, uh, so that's why they taste a little bit different. They cook for an hour and 15 minutes on 400-degree temperature. Well, the first thing I do is I get my pan. Of course, I get it ready, and I spread down with some Pam, non-grease Pam. And then I use some Larry's seasoned salt, and I put that on. I sprayed it. I just on one side. Then I use my Mrs. Dash, and I get it all over pretty good, just on one side again. Then I use my, I think this is my garlic uh, powder that I use. It is. And then after I use that, I usually use my onion powder. But this here is my Italian seasoning, and I love that on my quails. It really makes it taste good. Then I go my onion powder. My onion powder, I use that next, and I use all of these flavors because I love flavorful dishes. And then after I do all of that, I I take my hand and I mix it all up together to make sure it's covered completely on both sides. And sometimes I go back in and put just a little bit of Lara's seasoned salt on there. Yes, I did. Put just a little bit more, not much, but just a little bit more. I don't go crazy with the seasoning. So, and once that done, I take my food and each one at a time, and I put them in a pan, the pan that I had prepped already, and I put all 12 in that one pan. If you notice, I'm turning that one uh, a little different than I turn the other, so they can all fit in there good accordingly. And you notice I put the back down. Then I take my tomatoes and I take my bell peppers, my red and green bell peppers. Then I take my onions and I sprinkle my onions on first. Make sure you put your onions on first. Then you put your bell peppers. Get it all over. Make sure you get it on pretty good. Sometimes I use banana bell peppers as well, the yellow ones. Depends on what I have. And then I put my tomatoes on top of that. Now the tomato is what make it stay juicy. Without the tomatoes, they kind of like dry out because I have done them before without the tomatoes and they dried out pretty good. So I haven't done that again. So make sure you have some tomatoes. And these are 2 tomatoes that I use. I only use 2. I don't have to go more than that. And after I have that completely done, I take just a little bit of water and I put it in just a little bit. Make sure you only put a little bit. You don't need a whole lot of water. Just a little bit. And then once that's done, I take my aluminum foil and I put some on top. And you see my finger, I'm letting it air vent. I don't cut it in the center to vent. I just put it on the side to vent. Well, here Well, here I am with my client. So, hey.
Hey.
And so we finna get ready to get her some braids. She finna get a full head of braids. And so I'm gonna let you all see the before and the after. You see how beautiful her hair is already? Beautiful hair. So we'll give her a head full of braids. So we'll see you after the fact. Well, I actually ate 4 quails today, and I ate my vinegar okra for my snack, and that was it for today.